everyone, and welcome to this month's edition of Collections Uncovered. I'm Lori Williamson, here today with Brian Zott, our curator of art, and we are going to talk about different kinds of love in the art collection here at the Minnesota Historical Society. Hi, Brian.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Did you know that the ancient Greeks identified 8 different types of love?
I did know that because I studied Greek for a while.
Well, and then you might know them all. I don't know them all, and I doubt I have examples of all of them in our collection, but I do have some examples that I'd like to show you today.
Wonderful. Yes. Well, let's start.
Well, the first, of course, is the most common form of love we think about, especially in the month of February, is romantic love. And this is a work by Sam English, who is a member of the Turtle Mountain clan of Chippewa Indians in North Dakota. And I love the title of this work. It is Them Two Just Hanging and Loving. How more romantic can you get than being with the person you love in a field of flowers under a starry sky?
That is pretty much perfect. You're right. It's a lovely image. How big would you say it is in real life?
Oh, that painting is about 4 feet tall.
Oh my gosh, how cool. Okay, well, someday when we can see them in person again, can't wait.
The next work, of course, is we often talk about partners and love. And one of the famous partnerships in Minnesota art is the partnership between Clara Mars and Clem Hoppers. They met around 1920 when Clem was in his early 20s and Clara was almost 40 years old. And from that point, they formed a lifelong partnership that lasted until her death in 1963. They did everything together, though they never married and they never had children. And the next work is also a portrait of Clara and Clem, but it also depicts that sometimes love hurts and that sometimes relationships fail or they are lacking something. And this is one of my favorite recent acquisitions, the portrait of Clara and Clem by Clara Mars.
This one's so fascinating. It begs the question, what is going on here? You know what I mean? Like, don't you want to be like that plate or something, or the fly in the wall? Or maybe you don't actually, now that I think about it, because it seems it's troubling, but it's beautiful.
Well, it is. And artists at that era didn't talk much about their personal lives or feelings, but Clara did a series of these portraits of Clem with her and with other women depicted in the portraits, always at probably a cafe in Paris where they spent time in the 1920s.
Wow, very cool, very cool. What other kinds of love are we talking about today?
Well, the one work that we have most in our collection is, of course, what I would refer to as love of family or family love. We have portraits of sisters and sisters, brothers and brothers, brothers and sisters, and of course, portraits of mothers and their children. This is a work by contemporary artist Leslie Barlow depicting Vanessa and Felix, a mother-son relationship that, of course, in this day and age is loaded with meaning, but it's a good contemporary work dealing with the love of family.
Wow, it's beautiful. The colors are amazing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful work. It's painted on varnished plywood and then the fabric and the material in between the two individuals. She did a whole series in 2017 on the 50th anniversary of the Supreme Court ruling Love versus Virginia, which outlawed banning of interracial marriage. She did a whole series of portraits of interracial couples and families.
Wow, very cool. Great project.
And last but not least is our favorite topic, the love of our pets.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if the Greeks actually called it that, but as a pet owner, we love this painting. And this is a painting of Henry Sibley's beloved dog, Lion, painted around 1843. It is a life-size portrait of, we believe, is an Irish wolfhound, one of the first to come to North America. Sibley loved this dog so much, he wrote about him at length in his diaries, his bravery, his courage, his noble features. And I believe, Lori, don't we have those journals also in our collection?
Yeah, I think we do.
This painting, when I say life-size, it's about 6 feet wide by 4 feet tall.
It is. It's enormous. Wow.
It's a great item for our collection because it intersects the history of Henry Sibley and Fort Snelling and Irish wolfhounds.
Well, thank you for sharing all those fabulous works with us, Brian. Different kinds of love, different kinds of art. There's a lot to see there. And if you are a fearless viewer are interested in seeing more examples, you can go to the collections online and just look at paintings and art and whatever strikes your fancy. Thank you so much for taking the time to share these with us, Brian, and the stories behind them. They're awesome.
You're welcome.
All right.
And remember, all you need is love.
Stay safe and healthy, everyone.
Bye.
Next time.